Okay, so one issue we're gonna have is on this front fender. It's gonna hit right here when I get the bigger tire on. So this panel sticks way out about an inch further, so I'm gonna have to come and cut like right about here. I'm gonna have to see, because it's even gonna go in further, but I'm gonna have to cut like right about here and form a little ridge, nice smooth ridge. So we're okay everywhere else. It's just right near there. And I know when I get new tires, bigger, thicker tires, it's gonna hit. So I'm gonna have to reshape. I mean, this is okay right here, but I'm gonna have to probably just come down, you know, a little more flat. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sand, get my DA on here, and just sand it down. You know, until I get it kind of to where I want it to be, and that way I can make that gradual yeah, sorry, keep moving, make that gradual lip. Might get a marker on there and, you know, lay down on the ground here and just draw a little line kind of where I need to go. Yep. So, but it can't go any further. And it definitely can't definitely can't go any further back. So plenty of room on the back though. With the wheel straight, it looks fine, but if I take a measurement like from here, the gap gets bigger and higher through there. So I'm just gonna, like I said, just come down a little bit gradual this way and go through. That way it won't look so out of place. Yeah. And then I'll take measurements on how much more tire or how much more width I can get, order my spacer now that that's on. And once I order my spacer, and then I can come back and fit it and see exactly, you know, see exactly what spaces I need, because that'll give me the diameter outward when I need it, and then it won't matter what tire I get later on. So, okay. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off. I'm just going to take a marker and just kind of draw a line to see. I'm going to leave it. I'm not even going to mess with it right now. Then measure out what I need on my spacer. And then I got my lip strips cut out. Okay. So it does look, I don't know if I can, let me zoom out maybe. It's too dark to tell, but it does get a little tight through here, so I definitely need to fix that end. Everywhere else looks like it's about right. Okay, so I took the 2-inch spacer off the back just for now, just to measure it and see how we're hitting up front. So that's with the 2-inch spacer, and I am hitting in the back here also. So 2-inch is a little too much, and I'd have to get a different type of tire. You know, I mean, that's, and this is with it's kind of jacked up too, you know. So yeah, we're gonna have to do something different here. With the tire it's in right now, you know, it looks flush and everything. Let me straighten out the wheels and I'll show you. All right, so kind of has that, I don't know, that flushness there with about 2 inches. So, because if you look on this side, so that's why I'm going to wait for my spacers. A 2-inch spacer is just not going to work. So let's see, you can see how, like on this back, how it sticks out just a hair, you know, and that's kind of what I was going for up here. It's not straight, but straight enough. So that's kind of the look I was going for, but I'm thinking just to bring it back in another 1/2 inch. So maybe I'll try 1.5 inches instead of 2. I measured from the back 1.75, but let me turn it the other way. And I'll show you the back here where it hits. So you can see on the back here, it's just barely hitting. So I'm thinking a 1.5 inches out spacer instead of that's a 2 for now. Okay. So yeah, just barely on the back, and I can't modify anything on the back. So I definitely can't do a 2-inch spacer on the front. There's just no way, fans or buts. All right. Yeah, I'd like a 1.75 myself, but they only go by 1/2 inches. So I think we'll be okay. I'll take a remeasurement of a 1/2 inch going in and see what I think of the look, because that's going to be my only option. So, and then I'll put my tire back on and go from there. All right, welcome back. So this is the gloss black. You can kind of see the little bumps and stuff on it, but we'll wet sand that, color sand it, but it is on there. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going for perfection. This is a driver's car, but once I color sand that down, especially, you know, on the ends there, not much you can do. I mean, I could color sand that a little bit, but that's going to take me a long time. This is why I'm doing this piece first. It's because of all the intricate, you know, little things that I have to sand down. So, but it's going to be a nice color, jet black. So I can just, there we go. Yeah. And this one, you can see all the orange peel in this stuff still in this one too. Like I said, this one's just, this paint job is just it looks, like I said, it looks good from a distance, but you get up close and you're like, ooh. All right, up here I got my fender flare all bolted in the way I want. So that's how it's looking. Let me zoom out a little bit, maybe that'll help. All right, yep. So I'm about ready to bond that in. Looking real good. I really like how that looks. Let's go from the back. I'll show you what I think. It looks better from the back, believe it or not. You can kind of really tell that. I mean, just looks really good from the back. Looks more like it's supposed to be there than those old ones. So let's go to the other side. See, that front just doesn't look right with that back. Yeah, zoom in a little bit, maybe there, even better. See, it just looks more correct. Okay, and then my bonding agent came. So this is the stuff I'm going to use. 610. It's a West System thickened epoxy adhesive. So basically, it's just when you press down on it, it mixes the two as it comes out of the tube, and will get your epoxy going there. So I'm going to try, I think, to do that today for that one side, because he's ready to go. And then once I get this one side done and kind of closer, I'm going to pull the car out and bring it more in, for I can work on this side a little bit more. So I'm sure my girl is getting sick of the car being right in the middle of the right in the middle of the damn garage all the time. So, yep. And yeah. So, oh, I built a back piece for there. This thing is not going to move. It is just on there tight. So I got bonding strips here, up through here, and down through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fender off. I'm going to take these off, and I'm going to put bonding strip on here first. Re-put that up there for it's nice and tight, and then I'm going to put the fender on top again and rebond the areas because I need it bonded to this fender first before I get too crazy. So you know, I see a lot of people just using, you know, the drill or whatever just to what I did is I drilled a small pilot hole, and then I just torqued them down with my hand wrench, because, you know, I don't want to go too crazy and tight and, you know, crack anything or anything. So, but yeah, what do you think? Looking pretty good. Last few days I haven't been feeling that hot, so yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna pull that off, get that bonded up, and then let it sit for a few days bonded, and then I can take out the screws, and then I'll go over to the other side. So, and then, because this one fit better initially from just setting it up than the other side, so I think the other side is going to be a little bit harder. This one kind of went a little too nice. So anyway, yeah, we're going to do that. So let's get this panel off and bond it up. Okay, so see, this is the new bonding strip right here. So I just took my old one, sanded it down, because it needs to be fiberglass to fiberglass. So you have to remember that. You don't want paint on it, because that bond might pull off the paint, and then you won't have a good bond. So you sand down all that, clean it up. Same with this piece. That's for down in the wheel well there. So you can kind of see where the holes are and everything. So anyway, that'll give you that nice bond right here, you know. So I'll have a bond right here, bond right there, and sorry, I'm trying to hold this with a wrench, and then right here. So that way it'll be all the way around. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two pieces off first, put bonding on them, put them back up on there, screw them on back first, and then that way I could just put my panel on, come back and just bond this and put my panel back on. So it gives you, it says 42 minutes after you put the bond down and to tighten them down. So, and then you have to let it, then it said it sets up in like 6 hours or something like that, but I'm gonna let it set for a couple of days because right now it's kind of windy, so, and kind of cold, so it might take longer. Yeah, and then once that's all on there, I'm going to take these bolts off again, and then I'm going to sand down both ends to where it's fiberglass on both sides, and then I can actually put the fiberglass matting and stuff in. All right. Okay, so you can see I got that side first. So now I'm going to put this underneath there and on, get it started. Get one side started and then go to the next one. Come on. Get in there. There we go. Just do this back and forth a little bit. There we go. All right, so now that I got that started, I forgot. You're going to want to dip them in turtle wax. So we're going to put turtle wax as we put them in. That way that bonding doesn't stick, you know, to these. So I'm actually going to take that one out because I want to slide and get the bond more on all of the paneling. So this one I'm probably not going to reuse because this screw is just there to hold it. Let's see. We're fine. Alright. We're going to dip that. Okay, we want to move this back and forth. That way the panel bonding is in there. So we just stick it in there. Get a bunch of wax. And then put it in. Come on. Where's the hole? There we go. Alright, so basically just doing that. And then I'll take my rag here and just kind of go around that wax and get that wax off, you know, on the other ones when I get around to it. So, all right, I'm going to finish up this and put on the smaller one, and then we'll go to the bigger panel. All right, so it's time to put the bonding on all the other spots. Sure hard to do with this caulking gun. Just doesn't want to come out very fast. Oop. You know what? I'm going to put a rag right there just in case. Just right on my side pipes, just in case I don't want it to drip. Come on. I got an idea too. Hold on 1 second. To help me spread it, you can use that. That way, get a little more even. Oh yeah, much better. Much more even flow on it. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Sweet. Okay. Okay, so right there. So we'll get the top along here. Here, I got this down here. I can spread already, so maybe I can take excess off of that. Yeah, there we go. All right. spreading Alright. There, let's try that. Let's see. Spots that we could miss here. A little thick right in there. Okay. I think. There we go. Just put some. There's the thickness on there. Okay. That'll work. Okay. This guy. Okay. I'm on the clock. I got only 40 minutes. Okay, let's see here. Trying to find some of these holes and get started. Should be one right here somewhere. There it is. All right. Start going down. Come on. Oh. Okay. Go. Okay, trying to clean up the area a little bit. Okay. Got a little bit of epoxy here and there, but that's okay. Yeah. Let's take a look at it, huh? All right. All right, I can't really see in there because of the, you know, maybe a little bit right there, maybe. You can see the epoxy sticking out. You can see the epoxy, see? Along there. You can see the epoxy, you know, kind of squirting out a little bit through the crack. So it says 5 to 6 hours to set. Before you put high loads on it, wait 24 hours. So you can see the epoxy. Jeez, sorry for my bad camera work. The epoxy within there. So, and once that gets done, then I can take all these off. Take all these screws out, and I'll take the tire off, and then I can start. Well, I'll leave the tire on for now, but I'm going to sand around the edges and get all the way around. That way I can lay fiberglass. And then I'll take the tire out and do the fiberglass from underneath too. And then that way it's set in. So, I just wish I didn't have that glare. Get a better idea what it looks like, but yeah. Anyway, so we'll let that set up for 24 hours. And maybe I'll go to the other side and cut up this one. Wahaha.
dust.
All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing I did with this other side. As you can see, it's gonna split again right there on that. Oh, come on, can you see it? Focus. It's gonna split along that seam. So I'm gonna have to get a screwdriver in there and try and get this top piece off, and then the bottom piece. So same thing. So I just have to keep pulling, screwdriver prying in the back. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, felt that whole thing move. I've seen people use heat guns too to help take this off, but the other side went off pretty easy. So I'm just gonna try and do the same thing that I did with the last one. Let's see if I can get it to come off. So it might not. I don't know. Finger stuck in there. Let's see here. Come on, get in there. There we go. It's now loose. I'm getting another screwdriver. Alright. There we go. Okay. There we go. There's this top piece. Ta-da! Okay. Let's see here. This one, we'll get the longer one, maybe. Actually, I could do this. Go down from here. Gives me a little more pressure. Okay. There it comes. Okay. Aha. Nice and easy. Ooh. Yeah, man, this one's really on there. Maybe I can just keep doing this. There we go. That is on there. Let's see here. Come on. Almost there. Yay. Whew. Ta-da. Okay. Whew. Show you a mess. Let's see here. All right. So you can see this one had a lot more bonding on it, especially right through here. Holy cow. Yeah, you can see that, just that one little strip of bonding is just holding all that on. Holy smokes. Anyway, so I'll sand that down and get it all nice and clean, and I'll blow everything out. Okay, so this one's gonna be a son of a bitch here. I already had to trim a ton more off of here, and it's not sitting very well. I'll get it, but holy cow, man, this one's way off. So I'm gonna have to have a big gap in the middle. I mean, it'll come back down, but I need to get that line going good there. So I want to try and get the back one in first, and then see what it looks like, measure it from the bottom and then the top there. So once I get that line, then I can adjust it little by little. This one I'm gonna have to do a little different. I think I'm just gonna drill like a hole through here and here, just to where I can kind of move it up and down, because it's, like I said, this one's gonna be hard to get that lined out right. So yeah, this one's gonna be a little more difficult. That other one went on really good, so you can maybe look at it now better. Oh yeah, see, it just looks so good. Yeah, that'll be really nice once I get it done and painted. So, oh man, yeah, this one's gonna work on me. We'll get it though. So, just about adjusting in it and getting it, correct. And then on this one, I noticed this side, they gave me way extra on this side, so I'm going to be trimming a lot off of here once I get the initial 3 points. So the main 3 points you want to do is, of course, this edge right here, and that edge right here, and then you want this edge to line up, with that. Those are your 3 points that you really want to work on. So this is going to be your middle point right here. So this is where I need to figure out where I'm going to have that set in. So yeah, this one's going to take a lot more finesse. Okay, so see, once I get this top in there and I get it placed down and push that down, that'll be nice and smooth through there. I need to sand this down though, but that's our line. I don't know if you can see it, but once that tightens in that way, that's our line. I just have to trim a little bit right through there, because that's gonna touch, so I need to trim a little bit right there. And then right here, ooh, it's hard to see, but I can feel it. It's just gonna need sanding and working right there. So that's where I want it. Now let's look down here at the bottom. So the bottom, see, I could tweak the bottom end to where it needs to go. So I am not too worried about that. I see, but I'm gonna have to cut a lot off through here, because it just goes way over. So all right, so at least I got my initial cuts there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna finish cutting this. That little piece up there, this should be fine for now, because I'm gonna do that last anyway. So, oh, man, yeah, this one's a lot more work. Yes, the other one, like I said, just fits so nice, but we'll get it. So yeah, I'm gonna trim this and this up here, that little section right up there first. Okay, so on this one, I'm gonna have to build a few bond pieces, and I'll have to put one down here, just a strip that goes across there, because this is on the actual bond piece back there, but it's just not I need it to sit right up in there. And then right here too, so I need to build a bond piece right through there. That way that gets zipped down and lines up. Oh, I got a little bit, got it. A little bit right there. Gotta, maybe just take out a little bit right there. So this one's gonna need bond piece down in there, right here. Yep. So I'll definitely have to make a bond piece right there and down here. So my first bond piece is gonna have to be this right here, so I can screw it in and get that angle that I want. So, yep. But I'm gonna end right here tonight. You know, this is just getting it up on there. So my line is fairly good right there. Well, that needs to be sanded down, but yeah, this whole thing just needs to be sanded down. And right through there needs to be sanded down, but once that gets pulled in, see, so next time I'm gonna build my pieces, my bond pieces, because see, it even needs to come in, because it comes out, this one bulges way out. I don't know if you can kind of see it a little too much, so that needs to come back in to get that line to flow better. Anyway, all right, yep, I'm done. So, but getting there. Be nice when I get all of it done. So this should be what they look like. The bond's still moving around in there. Still kind of cold. I can still see it. So we'll just let that sit for a day or two, and come back and see if it worked. So in the meantime, then I'll be able to work on this one. Okay.